It's unclear to me whether Dell is trying to make my ever-popular "lol, I left my XPS out in the rain, let's see if it survived" series of videos less suspenseful, or whether they just want me to work harder to ruin their stuff. But whatever their motivation was, they sent over the Latitude 12 rugged tablet for the Linus treatment. And this device has made it very clear from the moment I first laid eyes on it that it's going to take more than a little rain to ruin its parade. The Master Case 5 by Cooler Master gives you the freedom to truly make your mid-tower PC case your own with a variety of modular parts and accessories. Check out the link in the video description to learn more. So let's start with the physical tour. This is one unusual tablet, friend. I think my wife probably put it best when she blurted out, "Oh my goodness, it's really heavy," the first time I handed it to her. Even without the optional keyboard cover and kickstand accessory and a secondary battery, it weighs a whopping 1.62 kilograms. That's over 3 pounds, which might seem kind of hilarious compared to the iPad Pro, which has a larger display and weighs almost an entire kilogram less. But I do wonder how hard the iPad would be laughing if you dropped both of them in the octagon. Because the Latitude 12 may be ugly and heavy, but where it excels is in its ruggedness. The corners are all covered in this stiff rubber material that feels like a great balance between strength and impact absorption, which I guess it better be since I'm planning to do some drop testing with it fairly shortly. And the rest of the frame of the device features a similarly grippy textured finish that makes it fairly easy to hold on to in spite of its weight. On the top, you'll find a microphone pinhole, a slider for the selfie camera protective cover. I mean, hey, with all that NSA crap going on lately, maybe that'll become a standard feature, am I right? Anyway, moving on. You'll also find both the tether point and storage slot for the included soft-tipped stylus. And on the right, you'll find the power button, then covered by protective flaps, a micro serial port, a must for like scientific expeditions where a lot of that equipment would look at USB like some kind of spaceman connector, a USB 3 port for the more modern stuff, and a power input. On the bottom is the Pogo plug dock connector that I'm using for the optional keyboard and trackpad accessory, as well as RF pass-throughs for both Wi-Fi and mobile internet in case you want to hook up to beefier antennas. On the left is another mic pinhole, a lone cooling exhaust port, and another flap with microSD, mini HDMI, and a 4-pole 3.5mm audio jack. Then around the back, holy crap, this thing has a lot of I/O for a tablet. There's a smart card reader at the top left with this placeholder in it that has common metric to imperial conversions, the Morse codes for both SOS and help, and a guide for how to find north. Then right below that is a fingerprint reader, an NFC contact point, another Pogo plug accessory contact pad thing with mounting points around it, a super unexceptional 8-megapixel rear camera with flash and privacy cover, an air intake, and dual hot swappable batteries that managed an outstanding 5.5 hours of battery life in Battery Eater Pro with life remaining indicator LEDs, and finally a micro SIM slot hidden under the rightmost battery pack. Whew. Moving around to the front is an 11.6-inch 1366 by 768 Gorilla Glass 3-topped matte IPS display with a glove-compatible 10-point capacitive multi-touch interface that results in the image being readable, but certainly not crystal clear when viewed off-axis, but trades that for being glove-compatible and being functional even in the rain. Pretty cool. It's accompanied by a rotation lock, volume and Windows buttons, and 3 additional programmable buttons below, and also an unexceptional front camera. Woo! Sounds great, Linus. So I'm sure this beast of a tablet is making up for its 2006 era display resolution with like a quad-core i7 and 32 gigs of RAM, especially for that price, right? Actually, it doesn't. It's got even more features I didn't mention yet, like a vibration motor for notifications and GPS. But When it comes to raw horsepower, the Latitude 12 Rugged comes up short with a Broadwell-based Core M dual-core, up to 8 gigs of RAM, Intel HD graphics, and up to 512 gigs of solid-state storage. So, if you were shopping based on price to performance, the Latitude 12 Rugged might end up on the short something, but it certainly wouldn't be a list. Of course, that's not why anyone would buy this thing anyway, so let's go punish it. It's rated at 1.22 meters of drop resistance while turned off, and at just shy of a meter while operating. Blowing dust at it should not be a problem, and neither should thermal extremes, with a rated operating temperature range of all the way from -20 degrees Celsius to 63 degrees Celsius. Seriously, you would die of heat exhaustion before this tablet would. An ingress protection rating of IP65 means that it should be able to withstand jets of water from any direction, and a bunch of other stuff that we don't really have the facilities to validate. Like, what is explosive atmosphere? But even though we couldn't run through all those tests, I'm still impressed that it still works. And by works, I don't mean that it's an amazing computing experience or anything. Like, the keyboard cover and kickstand accessory that they sent me has a nice, strong magnetic latch and a decent keyboard, but probably the worst touchpad I've used in the last 10 years thanks to its use of resistive technology, which is, again, about glove compatibility and not perfect tracking under office conditions. And another issue is that, like the rest of the accessories, this thing is not cheap. But with all that said, it still works. So if Dell's objective was to take the fun out of my rain torture videos by building a device that gives exactly 0 cares about anything that could happen to it within reason, then I guess mission accomplished. The Latitude 12 Rugged is a pretty cool freaking device. And on that subject, Crunchyroll, the site created by anime fans for anime fans. And their site's got all kinds of great benefits for premium users, which you should definitely try out by checking out the link in the video description. You can get it free for 30 days, all you can eat. So that includes 1080p streaming, that includes access to new shows within 24 hours of their premiere in Japan with professionally done subtitles, and the ability to stream to a variety of devices, not just your PC. So you can watch on your Roku or on your game console, on your tablet, your phone, whatever else the case may be, and it starts at only $6.95 a month. And I guess by starts at, I mean it costs only $6.95 a month. So head over to crunchyroll.com/Linus to check out all the great content they've got. They've got entire back catalogs of some shows. They've got the latest episodes of other stuff like Raka, Gate, Ushio and Tora, Monster Musume, and like I said before, the link is in the video description, crunchyroll.com/Linus, and it's as simple as clicking on a link. It's really not very complicated. 30 days for free, if nothing else. So thanks for watching, guys. If you disliked this video, hit that dislike button, but if you liked it, click like, get subscribed, and maybe even consider supporting us by buying a cool t-shirt like this one, changing your Amazon bookmark to one with our affiliate code. That kind of thing helps us out a lot. You can find out how to do that up there, or even by giving us a direct monthly contribution through our community forum and getting a little badge next to your name. Now that you're done doing all that stuff, you're probably wondering what to watch next, so click that little button in the top right corner to check out my video where I check out LG's 4K 65-inch OLED curved TV. It's pretty freaking smart.